It's been a long journey for the once pathetic Los Angeles Clippers franchise from laughingstock of the NBA to a consistent playoff team. Known as the little brothers of the 17-time NBA champion Los Angeles Lakers, the Clippers had a stretch where they were actually better than the team they shared the Staples Center with. The mid-2010s saw a Clips team led by Chris Paul and Blake Griffin that took a league by storm with the infamous nickname Lob City. With the newfound success in the last decade, the franchise unfortunately has not been able to get over the hump and win the title. But this year looks promising as the Clippers have gone all in with roster upgrades and look as if they will be a serious threat to any and every team standing in their way. The Los Angeles Clippers roster is as deep as it gets compared to the rest of the league. They pretty much check all the boxes except for a dominant big man, which maybe only 3 teams have this year. The Clips' success will be riding on the shoulders of the 2-time NBA champ and 2-time NBA Finals MVP, Kawhi Leonard. Undoubtedly, the head of the snake, Leonard, has shown the ability with previous franchises to single-handedly win big games. Besides head coach Tyronn Lue, Leonard is actually the only player on the roster who has won an NBA championship. Leonard is only averaging a modest 24 points per game so far in the current season, but everyone knows when the playoffs arrive, his production will increase significantly. On the opposite wing, they still have 8-time NBA All-Star Paul George, who is still one of the best two-way wings in the association. George, who is essentially in his last year of his current contract having a pending player option for next year, has much to prove. His biggest downfall is his unfortunate timing to sustain injuries near the start of the playoffs. Injuries aside, his skill set still is top tier and will always be a threat when healthy on the basketball court. PG-13 can score with the best of them, and now that he is essentially the quote-unquote third option with the acquisition of James Harden, there is less pressure on him to flourish in the offense. Imagine the third best defender guarding one of the best ISO players in today's game. Ooh boy, scary. Speaking of the James Harden acquisition, it's clear that Clippers owner Steve Ballmer is all in. Known to be aggressive, Ballmer traded Marcus Morris, Robert Covington, Nick Batum, KJ Martin, a 2028 unprotected first-round pick, 2 second-round picks, a 2029 pick swap, and an additional first-round pick from the Oklahoma City Thunder to the Sixers for this 2018 NBA MVP, James Harden, along with PJ Tucker. Not what he once was in terms of scoring output, Harden is still one of the best guards to step out on the floor night in and night out. The Clippers have not had a great point guard since the departure of Chris Paul, and Harden fills that void. What makes him a great fit for this team and what makes the Los Angeles Clippers dangerous is that Harden doesn't have to produce amazing numbers for the team to win games. He will be effective if he produces the same numbers he had in his role with the Philadelphia 76ers. There he played with MVP Joel Embiid and averaged a double-double of 20 points and 10 assists per game and is currently putting up similar numbers. Coach Ty Lue has put the ball in his hands and has allowed him to orchestrate the offense. It certainly has paid off as the Clippers are one of the top teams currently in the NBA Western Conference. On key championship teams, role players can make a huge difference. The Clips have amazing depth, and when it comes time for the playoffs and rotations shorten, they quite possibly might have the best team on paper. Guard Norman Powell can get hot on any given night and go off for big games. He is constantly in conversation for 6th Man of the Year and has proven to be a name you can rely on. Russell Westbrook, known for his ability to stuff the stat sheet, is another guard the Clips have on their bench ready to go. Westbrook can score, but his greatest attribute is the energy he provides not only on the offensive end, but on the defensive end as well. Terrence Mann is another key name to look out for as he has had huge moments in previous playoff series for the Clippers. He averaged double digits last year in the postseason and was disruptive on the defensive side of the ball. Ivica Zubac will be the wild card for this team if they want to successfully win a title. Zubac is averaging a career-high 12 points and close to 10 rebounds this year. His chemistry with Harden has been a viable option in the Clippers' offense, and he is a solid defender. PJ Tucker, Mason Plumlee, Daniel Tice, are all blue-collar and gritty type of players that you need to provide physicality in order to get over the hump in this league. All three will be interchangeable options at Ty Lue's disposal, where he can play them depending on how the series is going. The only thing that can hold this team back is injuries, which has been a constant theme for them. Last year in the playoffs, Kawhi Leonard had suffered a knee injury 2 games in against the Phoenix Suns, which ultimately led to the Clippers losing the series 4-1. This year, Leonard and the rest of the team have been healthy, and because of that, the chemistry has built over time. Panic set in when Harden first arrived in town and the Clippers went on an extensive losing streak. The ship has then turned around with adjustments made to the rotation, and now LA is rolling. It will be pretty interesting to see how well they mesh when it matters most. Let me know in the comments where you have the Los Angeles Clippers finishing this season, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more NBA breakdowns, highlights, and hot takes.